The theme of the Imaris this year is reinforce pandemic preparedness and response. And the aim is that since Imaris is a network of acute respiratory diseases, we would like to reinforce that how the countries can build on the investment that we made for the COVID and how we can continue that momentum and sustain some of those work. We're trying to promote the integration of influenza and other respiratory diseases to have a very strong program which is easy to sustain. Our priority this year and next year is 4 priority viruses. Influenza, SARS-CoV-2, RSV, and MERS in our region. So this is what we are trying to help the countries, how they can better integrate the surveillance, the laboratory, the clinical management, and also any other public health interventions to respond to any potential outbreak, epidemic and pandemics to these viruses. Having a very strong base, good integrated respiratory disease surveillance, which includes this acute respiratory disease, will help us also to identify early any novel viruses, to properly diagnose, to properly respond, but also to have a proper interventions. What we are trying to do this Imaris is to discuss what are the lessons that we learned from COVID and how we can leverage and implement some of the recommendations in order not to repeat the same mistakes and the same problem that we have. At the end of this workshop, we will have some recommendations. We will have some priorities with the countries agreeing, saying that the direction that we want to go, which is how are we going to lead a better preparedness. We have a strong surveillance system, with strong diagnostic capacity, with strong response capacity. That will help us quickly identify and quickly act and quickly to respond into that. This is what we are envisioning, and I'm sure it's doable as long as we have a commitment, as long as we have investment, and as long as we have the resources for us to do and to achieve into that.